Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for the new subscribers that I got in the last few weeks too. I really appreciate it, and it's just a long road trying to start a YouTube channel, and a lot of people don't know how much work it goes into and thinking about the videos and then editing them and just getting them right and wanting to make sure that they do a good job for people. So I really appreciate you guys that are staying with me, and also the new people. This week I wanted to do a video not necessarily about relationships, but 3 reasons why you don't have peace is going to be my topic this week. I don't know about you guys, if you ever just felt like icky in your spirit and you just don't know why, you're just in a funk, you just really can't get right, and you just feel like something's not right with the universe, and you just really can't shake it, and it drags you down, it distracts you and things like that. So I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why you may not have peace in your life. So I wanted to also go through just a few quick things for those of you that don't know, and I know I posted it on my Instagram, but I'm not just willy-nilly giving advice. I really have just been through a lot of stuff in life as far as relationships goes, and that's why I wanted to share what I've done that I could have avoided had I listened to someone like me, or had someone to mentor me in my life and just kind of speak good things into it. And also my first degree is in human relations, and my second is in social science and public policy, working on my master's in applied behavior analysis and special education. So I'm not just willy-nilly, like I said, giving advice, just from my own real world experience and my perspective, and just being a behaviorist in general, and really just taking the time to get to know people and how they work and why they're motivated. That's just my thing. I don't know why, it's always just been something I've been interested in. I'm a people watcher, and like I said, I obviously have had a ton of relationships in my past as well that didn't work out. I'm in one now that's going good, but we'll see. Whatever it is that God has in plan for me is what I basically want. But just wanted to throw that out there. Not to say that degrees define people, who they are. There's plenty of people that have degrees that are dumb because they lack general people skills, they just don't have street smarts, and they just lack common sense in general as well. So there's not to say that really necessarily means anything, but I just wanted to throw that out there and let you guys know that it is coming from a place of personal knowledge and educational knowledge. But I'll go ahead and get into these top 3 reasons why you may not have peace in your life. This week I was really just struggling with the pressure of schools, the last week of school, so I had finals, and also I got some extra job responsibilities this month, because how jobs love to put in that, what is it, they give you job duties, but then and anything else is necessary, or whatever, whatever they always say, that they throw in your job duties, anything else is assigned, whatever crap they say. So I got some extra job duties this month. Luckily it's like a 6-week project, and so it'll be over soon. Also, like most of you know, my boyfriend's deployed. My dad has vascular dementia. So there's just a lot of things in my life that I just go through, like all of you guys, and so sometimes it just puts me in a funk. I'm a super aunt, as you guys can see. I don't have kids, but I make auntie moves. So I'm really involved in my nieces and nephews' lives, and they range all the way from the youngest is 3, we have 1 on the way, and my oldest niece is 30. So yeah, I have a lot going on. But anyways, so just feeling icky this week, like I was saying. I don't know if anybody else just feels that in their spirit, or just general not just, you're on your period, or anything like that, but, just generally, you just can't get right, and you just feel like you're pulled in so many directions, and you just can't bring yourself to a place of peace, where a place of you feeling like things are good. You're just constantly going through day to day, something's wrong, I should be doing something different or better or whatever. So I just jotted down these 3 things. These are things that work for me when I'm doing them. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm always doing them, because I'm not. And that's why I had the week that I did. I did a video on having anxiety disorder, and so that's another big part of my life, is having that issue as well. So I definitely struggle with that, and I try not to take medicine for that, because 9 times out of 10, medicine for anxiety makes you tired and sleepy and just knocks you out. And although I love a good nap, who can afford a 24-hour nap? So basically, just these top 3 things are things that, like I said, when I'm doing them, they work, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. Some of my friends that are moms can sometimes come and say, hey, like, I feel like I'm losing myself, or, I feel like, the kids, they're obviously they come first and things like that. And, they've had to put their careers on the back burner, and, they've had to be moms, they've had to be wives and things like that, which I can relate to being a wife. And, if you've seen my other videos, I've had a miscarriage before, so not been a mom necessarily, but I still can relate as a woman, and just feeling like you just haven't met the goals that you want to meet, and you're just not in the place that you want to be. So hope these 3 things can work for you guys. Like I said, they definitely work when you're applying them. So my first one, and I think the most important one, is, and I'm not a Bible thumper, but at the same time, being a Christian, I do incorporate my values and my views in a perspective of Christianity and what God says and what's in the Bible and things like that. So my first one is your prayer life. So whenever I am not praying the way I'm supposed to, it's like my day doesn't start out right, or, my night doesn't go well, or my morning, I feel like I just didn't get rest, or I'm wrestling with something that I didn't give to God the night before. And so definitely your prayer life can affect you and make you just generally feel, uneasy in your spirit. Another thing that I've been trying to purposely work on is praying with vain repetition. I don't know if you guys know, but it says in the Bible that you shouldn't pray with vain repetition. And I have a really bad habit of being very scripted and pretty much praying in the morning and praying at night, and they're like almost identical prayers, because I'm just praying, like in general, like, family and boyfriend and relationships and job and, everything. Like I said, CC being deployed, my dad being sick, like those are 2 things that have been really just like on me, and has been a little bit hard for me to deal with. And it's just, you have to be purposeful in your prayer. I think that your prayers may or may not be answered because you're not purposeful in your prayer. I've tried to do that, especially with my dad, is saying, like, instead of just praying for God to heal him, I'm praying that, I'm not gonna cry, I'm praying that, like, he'll have a good day. Him and my mother both, because she's his primary caregiver, or that, he has joy and he has peace, because sometimes I feel like he's depressed, and rightfully so, who wouldn't be, in his situation. He's a man and he's not able to do as much as he used to. This is why I don't talk about my dad. But anyways, so my next thing is just not taking time for God, just in general. So praying with vain repetition, not making your prayers purposeful, and just generally not taking the time out to give a couple minutes to God, even if you forgot to pray, which sometimes I do. It's not often, but sometimes I do. And then I'm praying, in the car, or whenever I think about it. I might be praying in the shower or on the toilet. I don't think God cares. So, whatever. He's omnipresent and omnipotent and all that. So pray where you got to. As long as you do it, I think that he's happy. My next one is worrying too much, and like I said, me struggling with anxiety issues and just generally worrying about the future, things that I need, things that I want, relationships, losing people. Like, there's so many things that I worry about that do not even have any purpose in my day-to-day. I can't really say that, you know, me wanting to, you know, get a better job, me graduating from school and all those things. Like, that's not something I have to sit up and consciously worry about like every day. You know how you just like pick things that are just so erroneous and then you just start worrying about it just out of nowhere? That's me. And so I think that, you know, just worrying too much about things that, you know, especially that you can't control, and then definitely things that aren't even issues yet. I think we as women sometimes have a hard time of, you know, just letting certain things, you know, be, and just letting things fall into place, and taking a second, taking a breath, and, you know, just trying to get yourself to a place, like I said, of peace, where you're like, okay, you know, I've prayed about this situation, I'm gonna see what God does. Because a lot of the time I will pray about something that's going on and I will have total peace in my spirit about it, and I'm still up worrying about it in the middle of the night. So I don't know if you guys have that problem, but if you do, you're worrying too much, definitely give that stuff to God and go to sleep. Next one is, there's something or someone that you need to let go. So this could be romantic relationships. I've had a lot of failed relationships where, you know, I don't really want to say men were using me, but I feel like at the same time, like, we weren't on the same page about what both of us wanted. So I'm like over here like wanting the fairy tale, and they're over here like, I just want to have fun and, you know, just chill, and, you know, I'm not looking for anything serious and stuff like that. So present relationship excluded. I've had a lot of issues with that, and so yeah, I had to let all of them go. I let all my hoes go, matter of fact. Like, I'm so holeless, and I tell my boyfriend this all the time. I'm like, you know, you don't understand what I go through, because you still have girls that are friends, and I'm so holeless. I don't have anybody. If something doesn't go right with us, like, I'm just alone. Like, there's nothing left for me. Like, I'm tapped out. And I have honestly been able to function 10 times better though, like, being rid of them though. I mean, letting people go that just aren't going where you are is just a must. Like, you have to do that. So if you guys are not letting go of these relationships, you know, even toxic friends, you know, anybody that's not speaking good things in your life, anybody that God is constantly telling you time after time, you know, to stay away from them or not go back to them or to leave them in your past, like, definitely listen, because he is trying to warn you. So when you're not listening and he just lets things boil up and boil up and boil up, and then you're more stressed and depressed and sad and angry and, you know, less peace, you know, it's kind of your fault. So it's like, you have to just be strong enough. You have to have the strength. You can't pray somebody out of your life. You have to go ahead and pray to be strong enough for them to be out of your life. And, you know, other things, substance abuse, enabling people, letting people take advantage of you, or anything that you're doing that's displeasing to God. I am totally not perfect, and I mean, I have really bad road rage, and I'm not gonna say that a cuss doesn't come out of my mouth, you know, when somebody cuts me off or doesn't use their turn signal. Like, that is my biggest pet peeve. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I don't struggle and that other Christians I know don't struggle. I know that we all do. So I know a lot of people stray away from religion because they feel like they're not going to be welcomed, or there's something that's like unpardonable that they've done, and, you know, that's just not the truth. So get yourself right with God, stop being displeasing to him, and I'm telling you, you will feel like things are clicking. And lastly, wasn't one of my top 3 reasons, but I just feel like, especially with women in relationships and men relationships, I just don't know a lot about men in relationships. So a lot of my things are geared towards women, because I don't know how men feel. I've seen some men be more sensitive than others, but those few and far between. So lastly, God will never give you the desires of your heart until you do your part and you get right with him. So That means, and I've said this a billion times and I'm going to keep saying it until all of you get it, is that God is never going to bless you with that relationship until you desire to be in relationship with him more than you desire to be in relationship with others. And I'm telling you, that clicked for me this summer, and CC was right around the corner. So, you know, that's just a testament of, you know, my own. And like I always say, if that relationship doesn't work out, it doesn't matter, because I've still got that relationship right with God. And I know that if this relationship does not work out with him, that I know wholeheartedly that God has somebody else for me, and it's going to be better. Because if I feel like he's great, God has something greater, I'm going to take the greater. So you can't be scared to lose people. Whenever you're feeling like you're going to be seeking relationship with God more than other people, you are willing to lose and give up whatever it is that God says you need to give up. And that's hard, and it's scary, but it is what it is, and that's what he expects of us. So in closing, I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully it helps somebody out there to have some clarity about, you know, why they're just feeling ick. Prayer life, worrying too much, and needing to let go of something or someone in your life that's not working. So definitely take this advice and let me know if it works. You know, if your week is better or something like that after hearing these things and getting right. You know, definitely comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, please share my videos, especially if you liked any of them. If you didn't share them in the past, go back and share some old ones as well. But because it is, you know, really definitely a struggle trying to get subscribers and views and things like that. And so sharing videos, you know, helps us and encourages us to keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully it's helping people. I've had a lot of DMs and all comments and stuff under my videos of people that are struggling and people that have been helped from my videos. So if you see fit, definitely share it with your loved ones as well. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Thank you.